players, I feel like I've seen him play it like the least compared to other pros. I'm gonna check how many games does he have. He has 7 Invoker games in pro matches ever, and his last one was October of 2018.
Yeah, I would expecting an Invoker pick here.
I wonder if he plays. Does he even play it in pubs? Let's see. His pubs probably aren't public. Yeah, they're not public, so we'll never know.
I dig on Ursa though. One of these positioned ones that can absolutely cut through the Centaur in the lane. So that's good. Very much like Ursa with both Oracle and Crystal Maiden. Set up with the Frostbite and the position 5 Oracle. Plenty of sustain. Stuff like Fortune's End. Very good to let Ursa find kills. And in a head-to-head carry matchup, like, you know, Slark has options, but so does Ursa. And once that Basher comes out, Slark needs to be pretty darn careful.
There's still Kunkka too.
5 seconds.
It's kind of tempting for Navi. I'm trying to think like what can replace this like Storm. I guess Kunkka's like kind of bad versus Slark.
Alliances turn to ban.
It's because like he can always be. He knows for the most part when you're gonna tort and everything.
Kunkka.
The boat, man.
Kunkka. Bat Rider and Viper Band. 2 heroes, very good against the Ursa.
I remember when
also
Kunkka was always like faking out the tort and everything that they you see people buy the stick, because then when the stick you actually get the stick charge, then you know you can press Dark Pact for the dispel, right? So he like tries to psych you out with the X. Like when he actually casts torrent when he's gonna pull you in. So if you see your stick charge go up, then you know that he actually casts the torrent. that's the real dope strat.
That's a good little counter. The Necrophos. Okay, we talk about this hero a lot. Seldom do we see him picked up. Looks like a mid Necro.
They do not have. Nyx is like kind of annoying, but other than that, it's a really nice Necro game.
Remaining.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would frame it. I'd say annoying. Not necessarily a counter, but
5 seconds remaining.
Pick wise. What do you want here, Alliance? Not much time to think about it. 5 seconds of reserve left.
Pugna?
Ooh, I like that. Very nice against Ursa too.
Lena, choose your.
Oh, they take Lena. All right. Well,
Pugna looks kind of nasty. Necro and Ursa.
Not much time though, and we know Lena is a comfort pick for them.
Yep.
Some setup, right? Like Centaur can be a pretty nice combo hero with the Lena once the game breaks out. Follow up with Nyx stuns. Has options against Necro. A lot of magic damage. Necro has Ghost Shroud, so
it's kind of the other go-to counter. I feel like to the Necrophos. We think like Pugna and then like Lena, just like a big zap.
Okay, game 1 drafts complete. A lot of stun and control on the side of Alliance, a Nico baby Slark. And Na'Vi have some pretty good team fight themselves, but very much centered around buffing up this Ursa. And Brent, I know our viewers at home can't see it yet, but Crystallize, he's rocking the little Ursa cup.
He's got a little buddy on his back.
A little baby.
Yeah.
He's role-playing Alchemist this game.
It's beautiful. I see problems in terms of taking structures for Na'Vi. I feel like that's kind of what happened to them yesterday a little bit too. It was like it took so long for them to get high ground that the game got a little bit dicey versus VP.Prodigy. But yeah, they do not hit buildings.
No.
They take Roche really fast though, of course, with Ursa, so that's always handy.
Yeah, they take objective. The others we'll figure out.
Oh, it's a good objective. What happened to them yesterday? A little bit towers. You got to take Aegis. It's very important.
It sounds to me like you're favoring this Alliance draft a little bit.
I would say that's fair. I think that it looks like
they have more stuns.
Prepare.
More stuns is always good. But I mean, Scythe. That's one of those like you can win the game yourself. You're playing this Necrophos. Game's in your hands. Hit good scythes, win game.
That's you know, very true. And I gotta pull up patch notes here. Did Necro get tweaked? I feel like we never really talked about him. And we haven't seen him, and no, not really changed at all. He had a tweak to his level 25 talent. -2 second cooldown on Death Pulse increased to a -25 second cooldown on Death Pulse. So really big stuff at level 25 for the Necrophos.
That you're gone.
Young G. Right.
30
Excited.
seconds to battle.
Not El Clasico anymore, Trent, but still
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of weird to think.
a
I don't even,
rivalry
like,
for the ages.
think of it like that anymore.
No, I really don't. S4 probably.
I
does,
feel
though.
like yeah, S1's right there. He knows. I feel like Liquid and Alliance is a bigger El Clasico now between those two rosters. I love watching those two rosters play each other.
Yeah, you're right. Old Alliance, now
battle
Liquid. That really
begins.
is the new age El Clasico. Fair enough, bud. But hey, we've got pennants. 32 to 49. We'll see how the pennant game picks up as this one continues.
I'm surprised that Alliance is even close in pennants. I mean, I know that obviously Alliance is huge too, but Na'Vi was just like, they've had pennants since the very beginning, before Alliance was like even an org.
Yeah, but, you know, Alliance won that TI in there, so that buffed up the pennant sales a little bit, I'd say, buddy.
That's true. No one was really on the market and the old TI won.
Yeah, though, I don't know. Well, to be honest, we'll see.
You see up top what Hanskin just did? He went in behind and he impaled the creep wave right here behind the tower. So he stunned it so that the whole radiant wave would push under the tower, and now it's going to shove way out. And they're starting with a tri-lane up here. Pretty sneaky.
Okay.
Although
how's our
they
mid?
kind of messed with the creep waves enough that it ended up not really working out. Nice save by
End up-
Crystallize.
With a tri-lane now. Freeze from the CM. Ilias now on the run. Stunned up. FNG putting some damage in. Did go for enchant level 1, so no impetus. He's probably not going to be able to secure the kill, but gets him down pretty low. It's a salve already used by Na'Vi.
Oh, I love this. I hope Crystallize brings out that Orb of Venom. I think that's a very good idea. If you're getting matched up into like a tri-lane like this.
Denied.
Because even if there's not a tri-lane, like if they make some sort of rotation, it's going to be the Centaur.
Check in on this bottom matchup. Centaur versus the Pango. Nice animal-themed 1v1 down here.
I think that that favors Na'Vi just because like your Pango's getting good farm, right? Pango's one of these heroes that can have a very good mid game if he gets like a little bit further ahead than your average offlaner.
Yeah.
And Pasha, he was kind of spamming this hero for a little while near the end on VP. I feel like they were kind of forcing it a couple times and taking it for him.
Lane.
He's looked real good.
Young G brought down by Limp. I watched that whole thing transpire, and that was just Limp spamming spells, pushing it to the edge, and Necro underestimating that output just a little bit. Big start for Alliance, though. Not only a first blood, but in the mid lane, a purely solo kill. Yeah, that one stings. And of course, Necro also getting bested in CS now. Lena's denies on par with Young G's.
Yeah, he's an entire level behind now. And the creeps
top.
are not different.
Ilias, he's going to get caught. That's 2-0, and maybe even more. Now this tri-lane falling apart. We talked about how squishy these supports are already, proving to be food for this Alliance lineup.
Oh, that's real bad. Now Crystallize like, does he even bring out the orb after this to like try and battle with his boots? I don't even know.
I don't know. He's in trouble, though. Nico, baby. He might be the one to fall. It's going to be close. Nico gets the kill. He stands his ground. Ilias, of course, finds the return. But another advantage for Alliance in that trade. Nico at least getting the XP.
And that's 3 permanent agi for him already. The casual slipper added to your hero. Your slot required.
Yeah, 3 minutes. I'll take that, please. Rough start for Na'Vi. We're not even 4 minutes in, nearly a 2K net worth favor. Right now, the Centaur lane, the only one that they're winning.
And Crystallize bought his boots, but the courier died, so he never got them. And now he's died and come back home. So now his boots are still super far away. And in that time period, Nico Baby picked up his own Orb of Venom. So the pain continues on the poor Crystallize. He has no choice but to commit for a fight now if Nico Baby starts one.
Lena now up to 15 denies in this mid lane. 4 minutes rolls out, and the illusion rune gets bottled up by Limp. From bad to worse for Young G.
Oh yeah,
now he's
trying
gonna
not
lose his
to get
ward.
this denied. Nice.
Very nicely done by Limp. And up top, Crystallize gets chased down again.
He can't do anything.
Immersion also probably going to fall. Nico Baby gets that next one. When your tri-lanes go bad, they go bad. Nice use of the salve. That keeps Nico Baby alive. But Ilias, now he's going to fall. Na'Vi, the feed train. The tickets are cheap this morning.
Oh, man. What do you even do? You like...
How do you
have to
fix
run
this?
top. He has no TP still. I don't know if you like run bottom. If you run bottom, they can just TP. Oh. All right, time to wake up, Na'Vi. I mean, I know it's not that early for you guys. It's like 11 a.m., but there are some hardcore gamers, so they don't live that early life. But yeah, some teams' first game of the day is a little bit rough. Na'Vi currently feeling that pain a wee bit.
Yeah.
Alliance, what a hot start, man. I mean, this is like some game-ruining stuff happening here.
This is also FNG's bread and butter. We were talking about what he likes to do with that Undying on the position 5, and one of the advantages it has over the Ogre is how aggressive it is from that very first creep wave, and Ench very much like that. And in these tri-lane scenarios, you can see the advantage that she brings, you know, over someone like this Oracle who just can't put on that same level of pressure. Though, of course, as I say that, FNG might be dying solo in the jungle. He does have 3 heroes chasing him.
Yeah, he's fine.
This is actually incredible space created. He's got a tri-lane chasing him, and he might actually live. There's the stick charges. Now trying to get into the trees. Necro going to be here. They do get FNG, but it ends up setting up a kill onto Young G. And now these supports are here. Lena says, food for me? A gift? An offering? Oh, my friends, thank you so much. And they find another in the mid lane. Necro and CM down for just FNG.
Yeah, I thought FNG was fine because I just assumed that they were going to rotate Hanskin over. And Hanskin's like, no, sorry, dude. We got to kill the enemy mid. You're going to have to sacrifice, man.
I'd say worthy.
Yeah. Although at this
Necro
point, I wouldn't even be sure who's
crippled.
worth more. In fact, actually, FNG is worth more than...
Yeah. I mean, look at this. Necro TP's back. Stun from the Nyx. Stun from the Lena.
Oh, no.
He does have some raindrops. That's actually going to keep him alive. S4 does end up falling in the bottom lane, though, it looks like.
He got the kill first on the
Traded with
Pasha,
Tango.
though.
Oh, I see. Still action mid, though. They get this tower already. Turning into a tri-lane on tri-lane in the mid. They've already killed the Na'Vi mid tier 1 tower 7 minutes in. I don't know that I've ever seen a mid matchup. Like, Lena's doubling him in net worth at 7 minutes. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times, but it is definitely not common. That's pretty brutal.
Like, literally doubling before 10 minutes is pretty wild. They will get a counter kill onto FNG. That's pretty nice.
Usually it's like one of those like morph ember things. The Lena is just... I mean, that was brutal. That was like right from the start. Limp's just been handling him.
Well, speaking of handling, they've got the bear. They're going to turn him into a rug again. The Centaur sets it up for Hanskin to find the kill.
You know, this Ursa's not a very good father. I think child services are coming with the 3 deaths by 8 minutes. That is not a stable environment.
No, it most certainly isn't. He's got the Battle Fury queued up. So Ursa does have his eyes set on a big prize.
Yeah, I also want to cast a TI Grand Final one day, but, you know, we all have to have realistic expectations, Crystallize. It's okay.
Yes, I, too, would like to go to the International. Damn you, Lyrical.
Oh, God. It's tough, guys. It's real tough. 5K, 11-4. Nico Baby's just like, yeah, I think I'm going to pick up an Echo
8
Saber.
minutes. The position 4 Nyx is equally farmed as the leading farmer of the enemy, and that would be Pasha on the Pangolier. There are a lot of things wrong with that statement right there.
All right. Well, Na'Vi, what do you do?
Dire's structures
I have Scythe.
fortified.
That's good. I guess you you got to go Scythe somebody. You got to
I think
smoke.
we've got to see some 4+1 kind of stuff. This is like desperation time to make space for this Ursa so he can get anything. I mean, just any item at this point, and it's still going to be Alliance or the aggressors mid lane. They find Young G, and the support Necro falls again. Now Stampede looking into the jungle, suspecting the Ursa maybe.
Dire's
farming. They find his courier.
He's just trying to Iron Talent, guys. Leave him alone.
Hey, at least he got the Iron Talent. That's
Yeah,
a
he
game
softened
changer,
up those
Huntress.
creeps for them. That was nice of him.
Hey, at least he got his power treads delivered before his courier died.
That's true.
Dire's top tower is under
That's
attack.
the level of
Dire's
silver
top
lining
tower
we're looking
has
at
fallen.
this point. Yeah, Scythe is that glaring answer to your question. Rolling Thunder as well. They do have some options to try to pick off one of these squishier heroes. Like killing Lena probably looks like the easiest target that's worth a lot.
Yeah, that would
She
be
doesn't
really
have
good.
any items yet.
Oh, and she's right behind, so this might be their moment. They have 4 heroes here. You got to dive her.
This should be it. Frostbite, Rolling Thunder, Reaper Scythe. They found it. Kill on Lena. Pasha down in the river, getting a couple of decent bounces, sets it up on the
Navi.
and that's a double. Young G gets 2. But maybe the counterplay, Nico and S4. FNG from the backside on his way in. I don't know they'll be able to find a counter kill here, though they do snag that arcane rune up top. See you later,
All right, guys,
Centaur.
let him go. You did it. You got your big kill.
Given this current state of affairs, I think that was better than you could hope for, honestly. Happy with that Lena kill. The Nyx on top. It's about a 1k net worth swing. So puts a dent in the lead for Alliance, but Na'Vi going to need to do that a few more times. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Crystallize still being repelled. Centaur gives him the double edge.
Yeah. Downside, 2-minute cooldown on the Scythe. Upside, though, Rolling Thunder, one of the shorter ones, right? Just 70 seconds. So Pasha maybe could try something again, or at least he can farm a little bit aggressively, because they don't really have a way to stop him from just like Rolling Thunder TPing.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Alliance just have so much map control right now. It's so early in the game to be able to control, what, 66% of the map? They've just got more camps, more creeps to hit. Even if this game stays equal from this point forward, Alliance are going to continue to move ahead from a net worth perspective.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, and it's just like
tower
finding those advancements is going to be very difficult. Well, FNG,
Yeah.
he's not taking anything too lightly, though. He's still going to pick up the Midas first. Well,
Yeah.
just in case insurance.
It's just so good on the inch, though. I mean, as we go back to, she loves attack speed.
Yeah, it's true.
She also loves levels.
Well, 5-man blob of Na'Vi heroes.
Vlad's up on Pango, so that's a nice item for the style that they're forced to play. And Crystallize still committing to this Battle Fury on the Ursa. Has himself that Ring of Health.
They're moving down here through Radiant Vision, too, though. So S4 knows that they're in there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Might allow Nico maybe to play a little aggressive up top.
The Echo Saber again. I told you, bud.
Yeah, it seems to be Nico Baby's go-to.
Dire's top tower.
And then he went the same build last game, too, where he went Halberd right after.
A little Stampede helping him out from across the map. Value of the Centaur. Yep, as we've talked about, builds up into the Silver Edge now, so you have a purpose to buy the Echo Saber, and some pretty incredible stats for Slark.
Dire's
Double
bottom
attack
tower
for the
is
Essence
under
Shift.
attack.
Now movements from Alliance, set up from Hanskin potentially, thinking there could be a ward there, and there is. Now frozen, though, doesn't have the Carapace, and Hanskin will get picked. A kill for Na'Vi, a 5-on-1. Not your most high price target, and Alliance does have cores split farming in both side lanes, but kill's a kill.
Dire's top tower.
I wouldn't
is
mind
under
a
attack.
smoke there, too, but I think Alliance is probably just kind of hanging back a little bit as well. But smoking before Stampede is back up would be a good move for Na'Vi, I feel.
Yeah, there is a small window here that's closing quickly in terms of Lena getting her first item. That Yule's just about to come out. Centaur is less than 100 gold away from the Blink Dagger. And Slark, well, he's got his treads now. And he'll start working on a Halberd. Nico just going for very efficient kind of value items on the Slark. You know, these mid-range. I'm going to get a nice early lead for myself, get some good stats so he can play kind of frontline and very aggressive.
Yeah, then he went BKB after this yesterday. Into the Scotty Basher.
It's a great mixture of survivability, but still giving you damage to kill people, right?
It's also a really good Scotty game, again, too. So
Yeah,
wouldn't be too surprised to see that follow right after.
It's an amazing Scotty game, actually.
And Pasha might actually get into a blink before they've lost too much, though. That would be really nice. Because I said that, and they're on Young G here. They need the S4 initiation. He's waddling over.
And they found it. That's the Blink Dagger reveal. Double edge up the hook stomp into a CC chain, and Young G gets put 6 feet under.
This'll come in handy.
Easy.
They're still going to get 2 bounties, though.
Up the heat.
Now, can Alliance clear out a tier 2 before 20 minutes? Is that worth doing? Looks like they're going to probably do so by taking this
Radiant's
Aegis.
bottom tower is under attack.
Aegis top. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, another potential like play that Na'Vi had with their heroes, trying to sneak a Roche or something.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Yep. Gets denied. 15 minutes. Pretty early Roche for the Alliance. And double damage on Lina. Makes it nice and low risk. Honestly, they killed it pretty darn quick. Na'Vi grouped up.
Radiant's bottom
Gonna see a
tower
smoke
is
play
under
here.
attack.
There is one on immersion. Nope. I'm gonna save it for now.
I was just thinking the vision's actually been pretty good for Na'Vi considering the sentries and everything,
Dyer's
but
top tower
or
is
sorry,
under
the
attack.
Slark and the availability of sentries, but they have spotted their only wards left now too. So
And now Young Jin, he gets enchanted. He's in trouble. Oracle there for the save. Immersion with a nice ultimate. Reaper's Scythe comes, and that'll be the Aegis. Slark down, but he's coming right. Can they take him again? Nice stun from S4. Does set up onto the Necro and also gets the kill on CM. That's 2 dead on Na'Vi now. Stampede comes out. Stun lock onto Ursa. Crystallize falls. It's 3 in the grave.
You never felt more shit, did you?
Pasha able to make it back, and the Oracle also finds an escape
Dyer's
path, but
structures are fortified.
another brutal fight
Radiant
for Na'Vi.
structures are fortified. Dyer's middle tower.
yeah,
is
kind
under
of sucks he had to scythe for the Aegis, but at the same time, at least he burned it before they're like going high ground. So slight win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can really hope for at this point as Na'Vi.
It's better than not getting the
Dyer's
Aegis.
middle
I'll certainly
tower
give you
has
that.
fallen.
Sanj now up on Slark.
They're just so far from like good news. Their good news is like an item after Battle Fury on Crystallize.
Yeah, and he's still 400 gold off the Battle
Dyer's
Fury.
top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Oh my. It's not even just that Alliance are so far ahead, it's that their lineup is almost perfectly designed for maintaining this momentum. They have
Dyer's
such great
top tower
initiation,
has
they've got
fallen.
such great follow-up on the initiation. You get caught by a Centaur, a stun from the Nyx, even a Yules from the Lina, Enchant. They've got so many ways to catch someone who's just a little bit too far forward. And now the Glimmer Cape out on Enchantress.
I
How
think
do you
the-
find these counter kills?
The biggest thing is that you have no vision either, because Slark just kills all of your wards.
Yeah.
And so in order to actually like get pickoffs to try and get back into this game, you have to, you know, spot who's actually alone if you want like a good scythe play or something like that.
Very hard.
And they have no way to do it. Yeah.
And of course, not only do Na'Vi have limited vision themselves, but the flip side is that Alliance have exceptionally good vision. They've got a ward in the enemy base right now that the sentry barely fell short. Hey, look at this thing. Still have 3 minutes left on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that sentry. That's I guess they were looking for they wanted the high ground one as well as the one that people sneak behind the tower sometimes.
Yeah.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
But yeah, I love a high ground ward at this point in the game. I will always advocate for high ground wards. Spotting all the courier movements just gives you so much info. Especially you can just like so easily like you have the little hero icons on the
Radiant
couriers
are
these days. It's so simple.
Yeah. Oh, Pasha. Thinking about a setup here. Blink Dagger in. FNG though, Glimmer Cape, they've got that Sentry Ward down, so the Glimmer not going to make a big difference. That's a nice little pick off right there. Unfortunately, Oracle gets credit for the kill. But the important thing is that FNG is dead. We keep harkening back to the lack of vision, but you can see it in the way Na'Vi are positioned right now. They are basically jungling the Ursa with 5 heroes.
Yeah.
And it looks so weird, but they don't really have a choice.
And look how much gold he's got now, though.
Yeah, he's...
I'm pretty surprised.
Is under attack.
They're giving him everything.
He's making progress.
But still.
Yeah. He's going to look for a basher first item, and he's about halfway there. So maybe like, if Na'Vi can hold out, not lose barracks before the basher, maybe that item can set up a fight for them where they can start reclaiming a little bit of momentum. We'll see a battle over this bottom room. 20 minutes spawn here. Pango sidesteps and stuns, but Ursa jumps into one. Nyx on the low ground. He's actually going to be the first one to fall. Now Na'Vi have to take this fight, though. Crystallize in some trouble. He's already used the ultimate. CM with a brilliant ulti. Alliance actually getting repelled a little bit. Now Limp pops the BKB. Tries to finish off Immersion. Can't get that either. Pasha jumps back again. Disarm. Na'Vi get away with this. All 5 still alive for now.
They're
it's
on
a
the run
back, though. They want to reinitiate. They want S4. They get off the clumsy net. S4 in trouble. Reaper's sight. They find a kill. 2-0, a brilliant exchange. Na'Vi finding some footing.
Yeah, that started off a little bit rough, but good false promise there from Ilias just to make sure that Crystallize wasn't going to fall down right from that carapace at the start and give him time to kind of reset there. So
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
he will start heading towards that basher.
It's still such a tall order to bring this game back. 14K net worth is where the lead's going to hold steady for now. What's our win percent look like? 95.5, according to Dota
It was
Plus.
3% before that fight, so it's slowly climbing.
The BKB on Nico Baby is going to be pretty damning, though.
Is that what he's going for?
Yeah.
He had Lincoln's queued up.
He's already bought the Mithril Hammer, so I think he's pretty committed.
Yeah, I like the BKB.
They're going to go double Halberd. They've already got one on the Slark, and S4 has the Sanj already.
Yeah, I really like stacking Halberds. I think it's extremely broken right now.
Is this going to save FNG down bottom against the Pango Ursa? He's actually still alive. Pasha gets him. S4 now trying to set up a counter kill. Crystallize and Pasha on the run. Reinforcements on the way. Ursa has the enrage. Pasha trying to break it up. Another nice ult from Immersion. Doesn't find a kill, but does mix of Alliance to keep this Ursa alive. Now Hanskin left behind. A good carapace, but it won't be enough to save him. 2 kills for Na'Vi, not conceding a single death. Their little death ball strat starting to work out pretty darn well. Ursa has the Basher on the way.
Middle tower.
Yeah, Limp's putting the pressure on mid though, and he has a BKB, so coming back here to try and contest this will not go that well.
Na'Vi still committed to pushing. TP out, still Hanskin and Nico Baby initiates. Nico pretty low, has the ultimate. Shadow Dance gives him the reset. Now in on the Crystallize. Comes back. Young G gets saved by the Oracle. It's close, but they've still got 5. Na'Vi can maybe take this fight. Rolling Thunder as Crystallize charges forward. Oh, the sight! Big damage into the Centaur now. Reaper's Sight sets up the kill. They are going to lose Crystallize. FNG in the back line, but Na'Vi taking a surprisingly good engagement given how far behind they are. They want this Slark, but they might not be able to find him. They lose Immersion. They lose Young G. Now Ilias in big trouble. Na'Vi about to get wiped. Pasha with the Blink Dagger back. He'll be okay with the TP. But in the end, it is Alliance that find the big victory.
Got a little bit dicey there, didn't it?
Yeah, look at the damage done. Surprisingly close. Alliance tipped it at the end. Lena, the huge damage dealer for the Radiant. 5,500.
Yeah, good thing he didn't try and just like stay and push that tower. He was definitely
Dire's
needed.
bottom tower is under attack.
He did get it down to about half HP in and they'll grab this tier 2 in the bottom lane. So that is the end of the outer towers for Na'Vi.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And Roche is up. He just spawned right now.
Yeah, we got bounties and Roche to claim over the next minute.
As the BKB comes out for Nico.
Scythe is 40 seconds away. So depending on when they Roche, maybe they can go for like a smoke play or something. I feel like you probably have to contest it.
Yeah, a situation where you're so far behind. It's Roche 2, Aegis Cheese. You have an Ursa, so your sort of game plan revolves around trying to get those spoils for yourself.
You got a Pango too.
Seems like a situation where it's worth the risk. And honestly, CM, Immersion has been getting off really good freezing fields this game. And that's a pretty handy tool around the pit.
Yeah, that's true.
Money to burn.
Drums on the CM also. So 5-man Dota brewing. 25-minute runes. They do go even. Basher out on Pango now.
That's a good tool in the pit.
Just some more much-needed lockdown for Na'Vi in these fights. Now into the Roche pit. Alliance.
Scan.
They did smoke up for this. Na'Vi close, but not moving towards the pit. And they're going to have to go pretty darn fast if they want to make it in time. Roche already down to about 3k HP. Balling quickly. The scan comes out. They will smoke. I don't think Na'Vi are going to get there in time. Alliance, set it up, find Aegis Cheese uncontested.
Just a little bit too late.
Heartbreaker. Na'Vi with the right idea, suspicious. They've also got Greaves up on Young G. So they are finding this round of item completion for staff also on the CM.
Ooh. That's scary.
Scary. It looks like Alliance is just going to head high ground. They ping out that tier 3.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No glyph available. Pasha takes a little bit of chip damage. Tier 3 down. Buyback situation, not great for Na'Vi. Necro, the only one that has it. They will find the initiation, though. CM brought down low. Stampede gets Alliance in a great position. Na'Vi still clumped up, though, and they do sustain through it. Nico pops the BKB, trying to get in deep. Gets brought down. That's the Aegis. So far, a great hold from Na'Vi, but if they lose this Ursa, it could be bad, and he's down. No buyback. Slark coming back to life. Now the barracks under assault, and they will get the melee here. The double damage rune on Limp. He is a fiery turret in the back line, and they will clear out the lane of barracks. Fire on ice as CM gets brought down low. Nico Baby jumps in. Centaur follows up. They destroy Immersion. They'll find Young G as well. Pango doing everything he can. Reaper's sight, though. Young G actually survived. He sustained through and turned it on Limp. They're still committed. Alliance want to finish off this fight. The Pangolier still somehow alive. Young G out of health and mana. He's down. Does have the buyback, but holding it for now. This Pango still alive. Now finally caught. Is this going to be the end of him? That is one tanky Pangolin.
Yeah, he had the 54 from the shield crash. So, mad damage reduction.
Yeah, that's nice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, well, for Alliance. It does cost them Aegis. They do lose Limp, but they get the objective they came for. It's the mid lane of barracks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Things not really changing the status quo here.
No.
At 30 minutes.
It's a bit of a shame because it does seem like Na'Vi is doing everything they can given how deep this hole is that they're in.
And it started so early, too. Like, they've basically been clawing back since, like, 4 minutes in this game. And it's surprising how many close fights they managed to take, given the situation they were in. How depressing was when Ilias was just trying to save him with the Fate's Edict, and I saw Evan G was just laying into Crystallize with the Impetus. Just like all this pure damage every single time. It took like 900 damage from Ench.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I mean, it is still remarkable that Na'Vi were able to kill the first. Like, if Alliance didn't have the Aegis in that fight, they probably would have engaged a little bit differently. But no Aegis there, and it looks completely different. They do have the power to kill Nico Baby still. It's not easy, but they can do it.
It's just all sight. Like, they can't rely on the Ursa because of he doesn't have like any items. He doesn't have VP.P, and there's always the disc belt from FMG.
This is bad. Ilias had the gem too. That's gonna hit the deck. Big investment from Navi. Now gone. Good catch from S4. Lands on 2. Follow up now. BKB from Nico. Charging into the base. Finds the Ursa. Clips the bash. Ursa does have the enrage. Pops it now. That keeps him alive. S4 does get stunned. Pangolier comes out. Rolling Thunder. Oh, they knock him a little too far. Reaper's Sight, though, does find the kill. S4 on the sideline, 75. Well, as you said, it's all Reaper's.
Yep.
But when it works, it works.
To burn.
Titan Sliver now. Nico, pretty happy to find that. He's also got a basher of his own, Abyssal Blade, queued up on the Slark.
I'm kind of surprised Na'Vi has found 3 neutral items as well in all this time. Krista's gonna go and try and find the last one here.
Right now, their jungle's actually pretty open. Not a lot of radiant vision. Just one sentry hanging out. Oh, okay, it's a pair of sentries on the plateau, but
happens
same
to the
location.
best of us, you know.
Right now, Alliance focused a little bit more on the western jungle here for the Dire. Ursa just about at gold for BKB. Needs 1 creep. There it is. So still some item progression. He is past the Centaur in net worth. I repeat, Trent.
Yes.
The Ursa has passed the Centaur in net worth.
Well, consider me impressed, because I'm kind of shocked that him and, like, the 3 cores from Na'Vi are surprisingly farmed, considering the situation they've been in this game, I would say.
Agreed. Smoke out. Na'Vi looking to put this BKB to good use.
Just go to their vision right now, though. They can't see anything. Like, they see this little bubble they're all standing in, and now this fresh ward. They have no idea what is happening on the rest of this map. Yep.
These are stressful moments for Na'Vi. With our Gosu vision, of course, we know that Alliance are on the other side of the jungle, but Na'Vi are staying together, playing as if at any moment they could get jumped on by a Slark, a Centaur, a Nyx, and even just these heroes being off the map are scary, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
If you're not in a sentry, there's that perpetual fear of, is Hanskin on top of me right now? Oh, stun on the Ench. Pasha hits him with the tipper. Good lane. Rolling Thunder, deploy. Na'Vi looking for initiation, and it's a defensive stampede as Pasha gets right-clicked down. Great stun from S4 off to the side. He'll catch Ilias too. That's going to be an Oracle down. No buyback. They do trade S4, but it's not looking like a good fight for Na'Vi. The Pango's already bought back. Immersion getting repelled. Young G stunned up. He'll fall. They don't have a great answer to Nico as he charges further into the back line. He's found Immersion. Buyback now from the Necro. Both supports on the sideline. No buyback. The Nyx Assassin low. Invis will keep him alive. Ursa almost finds the kill but can't quite finish him off. Pango also misses as he jumps out. Nico still in the back line but now bashed up. Bash on bash. Who's going to find it? Nico lives on 2 HP but he falls to Young G. Still the Ursa down. No buyback there either. Now CM has enough gold. She gets back into the game. Another one of these fights that's surprisingly good for Na'Vi, given that this is a 30k deficit.
They also scythed S4 when he was so low, too. They had to burn so much of their stuff just to kill him.
They want this follow-up kill on FMG. They do have that sentry ward down. Stun from Limp, though. He's doing everything he can to save his Ench. And he just can't do it. Now the BKB comes back, though. Going blow for blow against Young G, trying to finish him off through this ultimate of the Oracle. I think Young G might pop. It's going to be close, but he lives.
Yeah, just too much heal as a Necrophos.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Limp's got the Crystallis. I thought maybe there were some fireballs flying pretty quick there, but yeah, you're right. The Necro's just too much.
Invisibility.
Well then. So
they're not giving up, dude. They're just holding into this game that has felt pretty damn impossible for a long ass time.
And despite another hold, now 99% for Alliance.
You know, you figure you probably lost this game like 7 or 8 minutes in. You think, well, we could try it. We can put the mental toll on them, right? I mean, we're not going to feel any worse losing this game at 40 minutes, but they're going to be kind of annoyed playing it for another 40.
I mean, I don't know that it annoys Alliance because they've been so firmly in control mid lane. We'll see initiation onto the Pango. That is Nico showing off the Abyssal Blade.
I
caught Pasha a little bit off guard.
My sadness
as
that
Stampede also gets used. But I think this definitely makes Na'Vi feel better. It's like, guys, we survived for 35 minutes in this game that was abysmal from minute 3.
Yeah.
That's a morale booster compared to just getting obliterated in 15 minutes and rolling over. I definitely think Na'Vi have something to be proud of here, given...
I mean, they've won fights down 15K.
Yeah. Now, reminder, they did draft themselves into this scenario. So, you know, we're sort of counting our blessings within this system that...
Well, they drafted it and they laned it, too. I think the lanes were not helping them, especially when they played out.
That's what I'm getting at is they kind of put themselves in this situation, so we can only give them so much credit for surviving up against the wall, but it is impressive nonetheless, as Roche 3 gets taken out now. That'll be another Aegis onto Nico. And so there is an Ags on the Nyx Assassin now. Don't know if you noticed that. And it was also a blessing on that Roth that has been handed over to S4. So we've now got Stampede with some cliff walking. And of course the damage reduction.
Down to 40%. Jeez, talk about nerfed abilities.
I think when it came out it was 60, right?
Either that or 80. I don't know. It was stupidly high.
80? 80. That is.
Either way, OG ruined it when they started pairing it with the IO damage reduction.
Yeah, I remember that. Here we go. High ground defense. They get a bash on the Nico to start things off.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Nico with that Lincoln's queued up. So trying to survive as the Sark at this point. Tier 3 has already gone down up top. Available for Na'Vi for the reset. They get initiated on. They keep Pasha alive, and now they jump in. Ursa can't get Limp. He'll use his BKB and now has to walk back. Ilias has to force False Promise himself. Not ideal as the top lane of Barracks falls. Range still standing, but they get the melee.
MG shopping.
Still in with Nico. There's the BKB. He'll go blow for blow with Immersion, just standing inside of the ult. Onskin still alive, giving up a brilliant carapace as they try to finish him. That sets up on the Young G. Now Crystallize goes down. Has the buyback there, but the Necro doesn't have it. Nico getting low, but still has the Aegis. Ursa buys back. They don't hold that top lane of Barracks. Buyback now from the Nyx to try to get back into this fight. Looks like Alliance are seeing the end of this game before them. Now a 44k net worth lead. Limp, the turret, into the towers.
My sprites are
I double checked. It was 70 it started at. It went 70 to 60 to 50 and now 40.
Pasha, they find him. That's not looking good for Na'Vi. GG.
I can say that'll bet a lot of this game, I think.
38 minutes, 36 to 19. A longer game one than we expected based on how the lanes went, but still handled by Alliance, suffice it to say. Great draft, great execution. through that Death Prophet was the second ban from Navi.
I just like watching Dirge. I want Undying to be good. I'm a big fan. I've always liked that hero.
He is a very fun hero to watch.
He's fun to play too. And I just don't want him to be so bad.
He punches hard. He dies a lot. He makes zombies. He looks cool. He turns into a golem. There's a lot of stuff going in Undying's favor.
Remaining. Navi's turn.
He's got some badass cosmetics too. No stun. You're right.
Oh, and
Doom.
Doom slips through. All right, so now we have Doom. Grimstroke's in too. Pretty great hero.
Turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Oh, it's time, Immersion says. I got to win some games.
Well, his tree gets banned out again. They go back to the Earth Spirit. All right. Comfort pick for Navi. Good hero right now. We talked about it yesterday. Earth Spirit stock certainly on the rise in 7.27.
5 seconds.
The beefy boy.
Remaining.
Yeah, this is, I mean, last game was the first time I hadn't been banned versus them. They only played the one series versus VP.Prodigy, got banned both times first phase. So since the changes, this will be their first official with the Immersion Earth Spirit. See if he can live up to his fame. See if it's worth the bans. I mean, Alliance have already played it. They played it yesterday. For Hanskin. He's a very good Earth Spirit player.
I want to see some of these core Earth Spirits.
Me too.
I talking about watching Undying, I think Earth Spirit is also a really fun hero from a viewer perspective.
Especially now that he's not like crazy broken. He had a long time where he was a pretty busted support hero.
Yeah, he's a good mix right now. If he's busted, if you're really good with the skill shots.
Yeah.
You know? But he definitely has some difficulty in terms of it's also easy to miss all of his skills. Nature's Prophet now for Alliance. 2 great flex picks to open up this draft.
I hear that they've played this hero a few times.
10 seconds.
Those
remaining.
Alliance squads and whatnot.
Yep, through multiple
5
different
seconds
sets
remaining.
of players, the Nature's Prophet has still remained relevant for this this organization. But
Doom and Prophet, though. Do I want...
It's a cool opener.
Yeah, do I want an Ilias hero? Do I want the Oracle? I guess would be the question, right? Again, it's like kind of okay versus Doom, kind of not okay. Depends on what carry you're trying to protect.
Turn to ban.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bold.
Early Spectre grab.
So they probably would have banned it because of the Prophet. That's a pretty... If they're playing core Prophet, the banning Spectre is not that unusual in the second phase. I mean, we see this hero get banned in the second phase a lot.
Yeah,
it happened quite a few times yesterday.
10
as mentioned
seconds
before,
remaining.
these 6 bans are often focused around the position 1s,
5
and
seconds
Spectre is
remaining.
pretty much top of the list right now.
Yeah. And it doesn't really care about Doom that much.
Navi's turn to ban.
No.
Unless he
Alliance's
gets the
turn to
Agnums
ban.
later and starts breaking him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess relative to most carries, right? It's still not great to get doomed as Spectre, but she's not quite Wraith King tier,
No, true.
but she's up there. He's like S tier, you know, he's in his own
10
category.
seconds remaining.
And he's in like the undoomable category. Like you don't.
5 seconds
You know?
remaining.
The undoomables.
Yeah. And I believe he stands alone.
How come Wraith King hasn't been relevant at all in the pro scene?
I don't
good
know.
in
He was
pubs,
being
but-
banned a lot in C Dota when they were picking Doom. And I saw him get picked a couple times. To be honest, he just didn't look that strong. That might be why. He
Have
wasn't.
the Skellies been nerfed down to the point where they're not as much of a factor?
Yeah, they had to nerf him even though he wasn't getting picked in pro games, he was absolutely dumpstering the Herald bracket.
I remember looking at those stats.
He had like a
staggering.
60% win rate at like the lowest levels of Dota.
Staggering how good his win rate was in the trench.
I think it was like I remember like 62%. It was 64. It was something
10
crazy. Like it was just
seconds
way too high. Even though in Immortal, I think he was like nudging over
5 seconds
50 or something.
remaining.
It does make sense. The lower you go in Dota, the worse pubs are at pushing the advantage, and a hero that has 2 lives is
Alliance's
good
turn
as the
to
game
ban.
goes on.
Well, and the skeletons automatically hit creeps. You don't have to do it. That's the
He's
best.
got a
That's
dummy
why it's so broken.
Mechanic, you hit R and the creeps just do the work for you.
That's what carries them down there.
Oh, God.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, Warlock and Storm Spirit banned out by Alliance,
5 seconds
and
remaining.
Lifestealer Viper taken out by Navi.
Warlock. big team fight. Some teams going for it.
I think it's just a really good 5 with Spectre too. We've seen that tried and true combo so many times. Don't leave the box, but it makes Spectre basically unkillable in the laning phase. And some synergy with Earth Spirit. You know, you could set up for a wombo combo style draft. I think that's a good ban.
They got away with the Crystal Maiden and the Spectre yesterday. I wonder if they'll try that again, or if they'll go back for like a Witch Doctor or an Undying if they're left in.
Navi's turn to ban.
Yeah, they will ban the CM, yeah. I think it's
I'm getting more hot on the Undying, but I also think it's particularly scary in the hands of FNG. I would perhaps be tempted to ban it here if I were Navi.
I think I would just pick it. I think I would ban something else and take the Undying for myself.
10 seconds.
Okay,
remaining.
that's fair. We saw the Spectre Undying lane. Very strong.
That was like
also.
the only reason Undying even got picked in the past 2 patches.
Yeah.
And they've already banned the Viper. We talked about that a lot too. That break mechanic versus the Spectre being banned out oftentimes when you take the spec. Other heroes, we've seen PL into the Spectre a few times. We've seen Slark as a bit of a counter pick too. That might be a worthy ban.
Absolutely. Essence Shift, very good against tanky cores. And they ban out the anti-mage.
I was just thinking, there's someone we're missing, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, anti-mage just accelerates a little too quickly. And if you get ahead of Spectre, it can be an okay matchup, but if you're behind the anti-mage, things can get a little bit dicey. And we've also seen a lot of variety in terms of Spectre item builds. And there's the Oracle. So not Warlock, but the other very heal-focused position 5. We've seen this combo with Spectre many a time. Also very good at keeping Mortrid here topped off in the lane.
10 seconds remaining.
I wonder why no one's picking Chen.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, I don't know. He's always just felt so good. Feels like kind of a good Chen game.
I meant to say Mercurial. My bad.
Wow, guys, look at that. It's Undying for FNG.
Wow.
Yeah, he's actually one of the highest supports versus Spectre when it comes to like the pub win rate differentials. It's like IO and Undying are the 2 biggest ones.
10 seconds remaining.
Is there any reason not to pick Slark again if you're Alliance here? We know Nico Baby really likes it. We know it's an okay matchup against the Spectre. You've got this Undying to pair it with. Do you like anything better than the Slark for Nico?
What are his other big heroes? It's like the
Void?
The Void is a pretty big one for him. It's not really a great Void game.
Does he play Ursa?
I'd rather Slark than Ursa.
Same. But I guess the Jug is an interesting suggestion. Certainly in the repertoire of Nico Baby. Is he in the repertoire of the current meta is maybe a more relevant question.
No, I think Slark looks very possible. Now, this should be a posture hero here for Na'Vi. Probably gonna be paired with the Earth Spirit. Gonna want strong laner. The Veno's still in, but it's not a great Veno game.
Is it nuts to go back for Pango again?
Pango, you don't know what you're laning against will be the only issue. Yeah, they Veno.
Okay, they take the Veno. They play it safe. Okay, some good magic damage now mixed in, and of course the utility.
It's just you need a strong lane if you're gonna have a weak laning partner. And Earth Spirit, without the very specific buffs, is a pretty weak laner. Way better than he used to be, for sure. He's not like god awful. He's just like, you know, he needs a little bit of something.
No, you're totally right. Still anticipating a Slark pick here. Alliance now, 20 seconds of reserve time remaining.
I kind of feel like Hanskin's hero hasn't been picked yet.
It's Morphling. How could we forget one of the other heroes that Nico Baby likes to play that has also slipped through?
Yeah.
And
that's fine too.
Looks like a pretty damn good Morphling game. What counters Morphling? Burst damage, lockdown. They don't have that much of either.
Yeah, the
very light on
could
burst
be
damage.
Something.
5 seconds remaining.
True. Yeah, Earth Spirit Silence is there. That is a tool. But I really like this morph pick. I think this is a solid grab.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And now you don't really have to ban Ember if you're Alliance.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out what the last pick is then for Na'Vi to try and like.
Na'Vi's turn to ban.
Yeah, Kunkka's not bad, I guess. I mean, they need one of those, right? We always say the same thing. It's like the Kunkka or the Puck or some way to
catch
to be a nuisance.
Tie it all together sort of hero. Void Spirit. Forgotten about him a little bit. He's been ignored in more of the games than he hasn't. He will be removed by Na'Vi here.
That makes me think they want like a Yule's hero or something like a Queen of Pain or someone like that. Or the Puck, I suppose.
Remaining.
Whenever I see a Void Spirit ban.
Turn to ban.
I mean, Void Spirit's also just a very good hero jumping to the back line too with the Aghanims build.
Yep, that's a good point. Invoker. Final ban from Alliance.
Could have been all right.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
It's a form of control.
Don't know this young G lad all too well
5
quite yet.
seconds remaining.
Not sure what his big favorites are.
Alliances turn
Play Lava
to
Invoker,
pick.
Lava Void Spirit, so there you go. Couple. Does play Puck.
Shadow Fiend, also pretty high up on his list, it looks like.
Alina, eh?
Lena ban. Well, Limp does like the hero
10
quite a bit, so that could be
remaining.
part of it.
5 seconds remaining.
Not sure what Alliance wants here, although we will find out in
I mean, they have so much freedom between
Just
like,
a-
offense positioning.
Ranger at your
Wind
service.
Ranger. Okay.
Just very balanced. That could be a 4 too.
Yeah.
That might be Hanskin's hero. I'm not convinced that Hanskin's playing like the Prophet of the Doom. It also could have been a 4 Lena they were kind of banning for as well, because it would have been a good laning partner.
Sure.
10
Sure.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, Na'Vi, 30 seconds to think about this.
I don't really think there's any cheese here.
Is Puck the play? I think you have to pick something with a stun or some form of control.
Yeah, Storm's gone. They need some
DK
mobility that
feels bad.
factors into the Spectre and actually punishes with the vision.
Now,
Okay,
they
they
will take the
They
Ember.
take Ember into Morphling. All right, now how do Alliance want to set up these lanes? Is there any world where you put the Morphling mid to try to counter the Ember? Probably not. But we've heard multiple players have told us that matchup in the mid 1v1 is terrible for Ember.
Unplayable.
Unplayably bad.
And we've seen it happen
And-
several times too, where like you think it starts and you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then once the attribute shift starts to kick in and the right clicks are there and you realize, oh, Ember literally can't
like-
kill Morphling. Like,
By level 3, it's just unplayable. And the other issue with this matchup is that as the game continues, it's pretty much progressively better for Morphling. No matter how farmed the Ember gets, Morphling just turns into Ember, and he's just a better Ember with more mobility and more damage. I'm a little nervous for Na'Vi here. It is a limp Wind Ranger, so it'll be Wind Ranger headed mid against the
most likely, yeah.
yeah.
They can still put Nico Baby there. I think I'd prefer Limp just to go mid because I kind of want the levels on Limp. I don't know if I want my side lane Wind Ranger really going on.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like this Ember, because it's not even just about that mid matchup. It's still like, as the game, like I said, as the game continues, I worry for Young G. It's not going to be easy. And will they be able to make enough space for this crystallized Spectre to really take off? That's going to be the ultimate question.
At least he scales a little better than the Puck does. I think that's probably why they didn't go for the Puck.
Yeah. But also a little bit worried about their lack of control. Because Alliance have, Shackle, they've got Doom. They've got plenty of lockdown.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Roll is like the least reliable stun. I don't need a Yule. Either way, it's going to be a single target, even when you do hit it. So it's, I guess it's mostly single target across the board, though. Shackle's like our only AoE stun.
For battle.
Yeah, but Prophet will probably buy some sort of control, right? He'll get an Orchid or something along those. Well, it's a Hanskin Prophet. Maybe he won't get Orchid. I'm not sure what Hanskin's going to build this game, actually. Maybe I'm putting a little too much value on the Doom as a really key piece of lockdown. It is an S4 Doom, so position 3.
All right. Well, yesterday I put my faith in the Hanskin, the immersion tree, and it paid off. So once again, I'm gonna put my faith in the immersion Earth Spirit and say they're gonna take this game.
Putting your faith in the immersion Earth Spirit.
I do think it is a very hard game. I don't think Na'Vi should win this, but I think they will.
All right.
30
That's
seconds
a
to battle.
classic Trent Pax prediction there.
We'll see.
Going big. I like it. High risk, minimal
No reward.
return. Bragging rights. Ah, yes. Confirmed. Immersion is very good at Earth Spirit. I think we already knew that.
With me.
All right, game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Dota Pit continues. Shout out to our production crew basking in the Croatian sun
battle
right now.
begins.
I'm jealous.
I hear you.
Enjoying the... What's that body of water right next to Croatia there? Is it
I think I would know these things.
the Adriatic?
I think that sounds right.
I remember calling it the Mediterranean on Instagram and people correcting me, and I think
It is
that was
the
it.
Adriatic. That's right. Yeah,
Adriatic, that's it.
I mean,
Shout out to
isn't it
the
technically
Adriatic.
still the Mediterranean.
What a body of water it is. one of my absolute favorites.
It's right up there with the Red Sea. It's something else.
I would like to see the Dead Sea though. That is on my bucket list at some point in my life.
Oh, you want to go float in the Dead Sea?
I
chill in the
feel like
salt
it's
water?
worth seeing. I want to read a newspaper in the water.
All right. Put it on the list.
So here we go. A 2-1-2 to get things started. Hanskin S4 against Crystallized. Ilias up top. Should be okay lane for Crystallized this time. Our mid matchup.
Tell you, F&G's got a lot of strength to steal from Immersion, but Immersion kind of not caring. He just keeps on trading blows with them.
Well, I guess that is
nice
a
attack.
hallmark of the Earth Spirit. What's his strength gain? 4.4?
I think so. Sounds right.
Starts at 22.
Yep.
Yep. He's a little less phased by the Undying in these first couple levels than many other supports. That's certainly a fair point. And how about mid? This was where things got very disastrous last game. This already much more even. Limp and Young G both trading damage. And looks like creeps score within 1 or 2 of each other. So quite even the first couple waves.
Yeah, a little annoying because you're a melee hero versus ranged, of course, but... Oh, they
And both of them will salve.
double missed under towers. That was rough.
First blood.
And first blood gets drawn down bottom. Venomancer falls. The wrath of the Nico baby Morphling strikes quick. Not the hero you want to concede first blood on if you are Na'Vi.
Yeah, he got hit by the unsuspecting Soul Rip damage. He took 132 from Soul Rip. It's one of those. Like, it's a very powerful level 1 nuke in the right situations.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't realize how weak you are. Like, even right now, if he decays and Soul Rift Immersion, they wait for him, I think he would die.
It'd be close at least.
Yeah. Submersion, I don't know how much more of this you can take, man. He's really trying to get FG to burn all that mana.
That is the balance with Undying. You have to be a little bit tactful. You want to start out real aggressive,
you got the double.
but you can't burn that bar too quick. Still has a mango left also. Up top now, Hanskin getting gone on. Fortune's End sets things up. And Crystallize secures the kill. Mission ones finding an early pickoff.
FG's just walking at him. Level 2 Soul Rip. 200 HP. You'd have to find him all the way back to the creep wave, but I still don't think he would get the kill. I mean, literally, yeah, I guess if you let him walk you down for 5 more seconds, he might have got you, but...
2 points in Soul Rip now.
Uproot and after them. Denied.
And as we talk about the healing against Morphling, level 2 Soul Rip should be enough to give him almost a full heal if he's back and morphed onto Agi.
Bottle time. Young G has his. It's empty. He needs something, and F&G is... at the bottom one, so
Look at Limp.
no matter what, the bottom one will not be going to the Ember. Even if it goes to a merge, it doesn't matter. And it's a haste rune.
Okay, FNG grabs it too. Gonna come in, do a little harassment on to Young G. Oh, this is gonna be a kill. Straight up, FNG chained under tower. Okay, well done by Young G. A little close. Not a rotation you normally see FNG make, but with a haste rune, why not go for it? Very well done.
Yeah, but now they've left Nico Baby completely alone. Oh, it's so close. Whew.
Morphing strength. Turns to right click Pasha. Nico, he'll be fine. Nico with a pretty big net worth advantage over the Spectre right now. So while you're right, they did leave him alone. Worth it for Alliance. As Limp getting chased down mid, Young G, don't think he'll find this kill. Does pressure him low and will force out another salve.
The seeds of fortune.
How is Crystallize doing? 21 and 4.
He's not doing bad, but he is a fair bit behind the Morphling.
Yeah, and still the top of his team. So another slight lead here for Alliance. Not nearly as much as last game. As they'll trade some blows here. S4 with the clap. It's a level 3 Oracle, buddy. See ya.
Good night, S4. Yep. Ilias finding credit for that one.
Man, that is just... It's got to be the biggest level 3 breakpoint in the game. It's so brutal. Like, doubling the damage on that spell on such a stupidly low cooldown is just crazy.
The cooldown is bananas.
Yeah, if this hero gets too busted, we might see that start to scale a little.
Radiant.
Nico's still getting all the space down bottom. 1v1 against the right now. And mid lane, we'll see some engagement. Limp in trouble. Brought down low. Does pop the ult, but Young G drops all the remnants to secure the kill. Limp ends up in the grave.
And Ilias was top as well, too, securing the regen rune. So Young G going to be filled up twice over with the bottle. And Wave was pushing in top anyway, so Crystallize, he does need some help now, though, because they know that everyone went mid for the runes. And he's going to be missing out on a lot of creeps right now because of that. So that was a little painful.
Hits level 5, slowed down by Ilias, Fortune's End. Young G is here, only has one remnant, so this is not going to be an easy kill. And they're not even going to find it. Meanwhile, back to the tower, Hanskin continues to pressure, gets a nice TP against the spec, and does make it out back.
That was pretty good with the catapult wave. A lot of damage.
Yeah, for 6 minutes, a solid push, and no surprise, Prophet right back to the lane. Be able to finish off this tower and open up the jungle a little bit.
With me.
Immersion now rotating into the top lane. They're going to make the defense here, and S4 in big trouble. Roll connects. They've got it. Immersion finds that kill. Now Hanskin on the run.
Limp just hit like a full power shot mid on Young G, and now he's in like the full panic mode of like, can't get shackled on the creep wave or I die. But nice ward here. Lets him know that he's not being targeted at the moment, and that FNG's rotating up top. Very good vision from Na'Vi, showing these early movements. So they could contest him down in the river. Elias just walks at him, just face checks and let him know that they know that he's there. A little surprised by
handling this very well so far, but still, we can't forget Nico Baby free farming down bottom while Alliance continues to bring the fight into Spectre's lane. Crystallize in big trouble and dead. FNG with the Soul Rip sniper again.
Well, yeah, I don't really know how that just happened. I mean, they knew they were all there, right? It wasn't a mystery. Just face checked them.
I don't know.
You just got a little bit too greedy. But you can't get that greedy.
Pretty obvious that Alliance wanted that tower too. I mean, they've been posturing like that's their primary objective. I guess the one plus side for Na'Vi down bottom is that Pasha is space himself, but now Hanskin going to come down to break that up. It's only a level 5 Venno. And meanwhile, up top, Venno with the TP out, S4 in too deep. He's going to get put down.
A much needed return kill there. Unfortunately, doesn't go to Crystallize, but they'll have to take it nonetheless. And he's off to the jungle. Oh, finds a creep wave too. Unfortunately, it's only the range creep left and one melee.
Limp closing in on his first item, the Javelin. Amazing with Wind Ranger. Really build up into an MKB. Actually, it lets you kill people with focus fire.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Is it a good Ags game? Not really, this one.
Yeah, not particularly. Still a handy
I really like
item.
that Aghanims, though.
That's 2 charges on
Yeah,
Wind
it's
Run.
surprisingly good. When it first got announced, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound that great. And then pros started rushing it a little bit in games. You could kind of see the value. 'Cause, I mean, with a BKB, you kind of become invincible for the most part.
Yep. Yeah, it's nice to be able to use Wind Run to get into the ideal position to start fights and then still have an exit. It really changes the dynamic of the hero. Counter ward mid. Almost denied by Limp. Good effort. FNG goes back to the stacks. A bold maneuver, and now might cost him. S4 on his way over. They do drop the tombstone, actually. And on the other side, Immersion.
Oh, nice roll.
Focus fired up on the high ground. Oh, that was close. Meanwhile, in the jungle, S4 chasing down Ilias. Another close call. They get him so low. But now S4 turned on. Font and Reality from Crystallize. Hanskin finds it. Wrath of the Nature.
It was the zombie.
Is that what gave him the vision? The stupid zombie? Oh.
Wait, why was there a zombie on him?
Because the tombstone came down up at the tier 1, and it was a long chase.
Dire's middle tower has
I don't think they
was
ever killed the
crazy.
tombstone. I guess it just followed him all the way over. It's like where that engagement started, he dropped the tombstone when it looked like FNG was going to get initiated.
Yeah, but I didn't even know that Ilias was in range of that.
Well, meaning
Oh, it was the Earth Spirit's tomb.
Dire's
Yeah, it was the
bottom
zombie
tower is
chasing the
under
Earth Spirit because he instantly remnanted away, right?
or rolled away, or the Ember, you mean?
Yeah, the Ember remnanted away.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. The
You're
zombie
totally
chased
right.
him up there and gave him vision for that ulti?
Wow.
Is that really? I think that's what just happened.
I guess so. I don't know how else.
I have to see that again. That was hilarious.
I was wondering how they got vision, but there you go. Wrath of Nature, good spell. Midas up on Spectre. So as mentioned in the draft, seeing a number of different builds on Spectre now, and it seems the Meteor Hammer is phased out a little bit. Limp initiated on mid. They will drop the Magnetize, and that might give them just enough damage. It certainly does. Ilias.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, that is one thing to consider this game is that they do have the Oracle for the Dispel too.
Radiant's
Pretty big
middle
deal.
tower is under attack.
Nico Baby, though, still getting a lot of space, and the net worth leader this game as he pressures the tower down bottom. Young G comes to mount the defense.
And he's really ahead too. Like,
Yeah.
big old gap.
He's like 30, 40% up on the Spectre.
Yeah.
That's certainly scary at 12 minutes. Defense mounted mid as well, S4. Rotating in, posturing like he wanted to doom something there, but couldn't grab a target. Blink Dagger queued up.
And he was probably going to buy the Manta anyway versus the Earth Spirit, and then they picked the Ember too. So, extra value for Nico Baby.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Hanskin, yeah, wondering what he's going to do. Support Prophets, they have a couple options, right? We've seen the mech still rush some games, but with Vlad's being restored to its former glory and having a Morphling on your team who's all base damage, it is a very good Vlad's game.
Yeah, I'm pretty into this. Vlad's no longer giving armor, no longer giving +5 stats, but now gives 18% increased damage. Pretty good.
Yo, FNG, can I get a casual Windlace on your Undying? I feel like that would be dope.
I concur with that.
I love casual Windlace on support heroes. You always have
Yep.
the slot.
Yeah,
Especially with
it's
Undying,
value 10.
when you're trying to get that right click down with the Flesh Golem, and you get the 30 movement speed bonus too with the ulti. Nice.
3,000 net worth lead as a squad. 15 minutes coming up before too long. Yasha out on the Morphling. BKB going to be the first real item for Limp. Picked up that Javelin as mentioned, but straight for magic immunity now. Smoke up from Na'Vi, moving through the mid lane.
BKB, ever since the Agnums got changed, BKB is like the I want to actually use my ultimate item. You know?
Let's see if Limp's in trouble here. Trust A. Rooted up now. Haunt from Spectre. They've found it. Ilias again gets the kill, but now the punishment. Immersion locked in the trees. He's going to go down next. Crystallize still in the front line. Getting healed up by this Oracle.
That Doom's ending, though.
Oh, please.
Young G stays on 2. Now the turn. FNG drops the Flesh Golem, but Poison Nova comes out, and this might not work out too well for Alliance. FNG falls. Nico Baby's here, though. He's bringing Pasha down low. Pasha would have died, but the false promise is there. Nico jumps forward, turns into Veno, drops some poisons, trying to finish off Pasha. Does get the interrupt. Big time heal from the Oracle. Can Pasha survive this? Limp back. He's got a double damage rune. They find that kill nice and easy. Now hungry for more. Young G should be able to make it back. Ilias with a bold TP. It will go through. A fairly even fight. Let's see if we can catch the recap here.
Yeah, Veno's still screwing up fight recaps in the year 2020.
Ah!
Yeah, well, he always messes them.
Yeah, you're not
All
wrong.
that lingering damage. There it is.
All right, so yeah, pretty darn even. Does slightly favor Na'Vi. A little bit of gold, a little bit of XP. But a 2 for 2. Both sides losing a core.
S4 was the big winner in terms of XP. 462 for him. So he's climbing that gold chart as well with the help of Devour. And what does he got coming?
Under attack.
He went for the blink.
Radiant's
Perfect. So
bottom
Blink
tower
probably
is
into
under attack.
BKB. Just
Look at
basically
this.
the same thing as mid Dooms.
Dire structures
Drama's Blink
are
BKB.
fortified.
15 minutes. Alliance just walk into the pit. Haunt on cooldown. Poison Nova on cooldown.
Limp had to disassemble that fake Maelstrom as he's trying to build his BKB.
Dire are scanning.
Like, no, I do
Happens
not
to the
want that
best of
item
us.
anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, they're going to get away with this. Feels like somewhat of a risky play, but they call the bluff. No cooldowns. Na'Vi can't fight it, and now that is a second life on Nico as he walks over to just about complete that Manta style.
Just in case he was worried about dying.
Just in case. Felt much better than game 1 for Na'Vi, but still at 16 minutes, this is a pretty decent deficit. They have some recovery to do. Manta also going to be the first item of choice on Crystallize. After that Midas, of course. Not that close to it. Now a full 2,000 net worth behind the Morphling. Which is scary considering the spec had a Midas at a pretty decent timing. Bottom lane now. Doom comes out. They'll drop this onto Young G. Sets up a layup for Nico, baby.
I think that was the blink reveal. I don't think they'd seen it yet, so nothing you can really do on that one. I mean, even without it, like, there's a blink force stomp, so.
Now more initiation onto Pasha. Hanskin started this one off, and the team will be there to finish it. Saves from Ilias. They're going to put in as much damage as they can. He does get off a Poison Nova. They stop his TP, and Pasha should pop here. No saving, and they also get Ilias Limp with a double. What a beautiful power shot.
Wow, nice. Line that thing up. Good job by FNG. He just like ignored the Veno and just kept walking, trying to keep an eye, and then the Oracle actually TP'd way too close to the fight, but only died because FNG just kind of marched on forward, found it, got the right click, and then hit the damage amp too. Made that power shot do like 350 some damage. Pretty nice.
Pretty solid.
Oh, actually, maybe he didn't get the amp then, right? Because that would be like normal anyway. Oh, he had raindrops. Okay, maybe that's why.
Immersion working on the key item this
Dire's
game,
bottom
the Spirit
tower is
Vessel.
under attack.
Very much needed against the Morphling.
Yeah, that Manta is gonna have quite a few things that needs to be used on, so BKB sooner rather than later might be an idea for Nico, baby.
Yeah, he is going to stop off for a Scotty first, but similar logic. Pretty good item to have against the Oracle, right? Whoa, emerged and caught by the fiery sword. That was beautiful mid-roll.
Flesh is
Yeah, that does not have a big cast range. That was like perfect positioning for S4.
Yeah,
Kind of his forte.
very true. Although, seeing S4 in the side lane, I am a little bummed that we can't meme about him always getting haste runes in the mid anymore.
That
That meme has effectively died.
God, that was so annoying.
That's for Brewmaster Haste.
That's for Bat
like
Rider Hasten. That's what I was thinking. Oh my god.
the trifecta of peak Dota.
Yeah.
Look at FNG down here. He is chilling with the Shadow Amulet. You know, have you noticed that since Shadow Amulet does nothing but grant invisibility, that we're seeing more people use it on themselves to try to set up these cheeky little plays? FNG clearly baiting right here. Or maybe feeding a little bit. Looks like Pasha will die in the top lane while this exchange down bottom takes place. Hanskin trying to pull them in further, and he will succeed, but now it's just Nico Baby on 3. He does turn into the Ember. Needs to be somewhat careful, though. Jumps in onto the Oracle, who does have a false promise. Has to use it on himself, and now Nico might be able to kill someone else. Crystallize, TP's out, and they won't find the targets. Good exchange for Na'Vi, a 1 for 2 across the map.
And they pulled a lot of rotations from Alliance, too. Mind you, Alliance are so far ahead, and Lip finished out his BKB with that kill up top. And they'll actually capitalize a little bit on those rotations by getting some runes. But FNG found with the roll, they will dust them up, too.
All right. FNG, no stranger to this. Tombstone on the high ground. Has a little support from Hanskin, though.
Now, so everyone rotated bottom, so I thought like they could commit for the kill, but just because of the terrain in that area, throwing the Tombstone on the high ground just ends it. Like, yeah, look at these zombies going. They're chasing.
They chase. That sets up a shackle. Now Immersion in trouble. Limp with a double damage. It hurts, but they'll need a little bit more.
Go zombies.
There's the save from Ilias. No Wrath of Nature this time. Down for another 5 seconds. Nico, though, he does kill Spectre's courier in the bottom lane, and that's going to stop Spectre's Manta from getting delivered. Okay, he doesn't have the recipe yet, but that was his...
I mean, he's got it, though. He's like 100 gold away,
yeah,
so...
That'll add 2 minutes.
Yeah, that is painful.
Dire's bottom tower is
And Hanskin's going to try and keep this catapult alive with the Treants. Pressuring Crystallize to make an appearance here.
What a great play from Nico Baby, though. It's like, obviously, he wanted to farm on this side of the map anyway, but it's such a great position to be in where you know the Spectre's looking for this key item, you know that he's going to be sending his courier to the secret shop, and you're able to farm and also camp that key part of the map that you know they're not defending. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Na'Vi are talking about right now. They look like they're talking about smoking up this way.
Well, I hope they're talking about saving Crystallize, because my man is getting caught down bottom, and he is dead as hell.
Yeah,
now there's dead, and there's
not have the read on what was happening there.
No, certainly not.
It looked like they thought maybe they were smoking to kill the Ember, and they were going to try and bait Young G and wait for a haunt play.
I mean, look at Lip right now. He is just running into him. Hanskin comes into the back line. They go into Ilias, again, forcing this false promise onto the Oracle himself. That's already a victory, but now can they take the fight? Hanskin still sustaining, gets soul ripped again, and actually still pretty healthy. They're going to drop the Doom on Young G. He'll die, and they find another one right in front of the base. It's Pasha, poor dead on the side of Na'Vi. Alliance with all 5 alive.
are fortified.
Immersion. I believed in you. I trusted you. Not very involved this game. 1, 2, and 3.
No. It's badass how they can make plays like that on Alliance, though, where Hanskin can take these really aggressive teleportation positions, and he just stands there and tanks the damage. Look at his build. He's got a Hooded Defiance. He's relatively tanky on his own right, and then you've got a Soul Rip every 6 seconds. He summons Treants. It buffs up Soul Rip Trent.
It's genius.
The synergy is uncanny.
It's especially because they had already killed the Spectre too. Like that's why you always smoke at the Spectre. There's no point smoking at another hero, because if you kill the Spectre, like if you try to smoke at Ember, the Spectre's gonna haunt. Suddenly there's a team fight. You smoke at Spectre, and it's just like, okay, well we're all here.
It's
so.
like, hey, you guys just killed our team fight. What the hell?
Yeah.
15K net worth for Alliance now. Looking very good for them in game number 2. Remember, this is upper bracket, so no elimination here. There is a whole lower bracket. Na'Vi in a very tough position right now. Win percent up to 93 now for Alliance.
Oof. I can't really blame it, though.
Yep. 10-second BKB on S4. Full pipe now on Hanskin. We're really
Dire's
seeing that
top
gold
tower
lead now in
is
the
under
inventories. Scotty also done on Nico. Pasha about to get caught. Nico just charges in. Saved again. Taunt from the Spectre. Nico maybe going in too far, but maybe not. It's a good Poison Nova from Pasha, but his teammates taking heavy damage. Emergent will die first. Ilias goes down second, and Crystallize as well. Ilias says GG and gets the hell out of this game. Pulls the ejector seat as Alliance take a very convincing 2-0.
Yeah, they held it together a lot longer on game 1 with a larger deficit, but they could also see again that the writing was on the walls here in Alliance.